Hi guys, there has been several conversations about how to sell online and where to place your product, but not so many people know where to place their product so that they can be profitable. So today's video, I'm going to be taking you through some pros and cons of some of the famous online platforms where you can list your product. If you've not subscribed to this channel, just kindly hit the subscribe button and like this video so that several other people can benefit from it. And if you've not watched some of our other content, you can check the description below for some of the content that was shared in the previous videos. The first platform I'm going to be talking about is Facebook Marketplace. So Facebook Marketplace is very easy to set up because already when you have your own Facebook, it's easy for you to just list your products on there. One of the things that a lot of people do on Facebook Marketplace is to list products that cover any kind of range. So you can list furniture, you can list toys, you can list gift items, you can list electronics. So the product that you can list on Facebook Marketplace is almost limitless. So the other thing about Facebook Marketplace is that you don't need to pay any subscription fee to list your product on it. So all you need to do is to place your products on the platform and you have people reaching out to you from different places, especially within your location. So for example, if you live in the UK, most of the people that will reach out to you for your products will be people who also live in the UK. And if you live in the US, likewise. The other thing is that when you place your product on Facebook Marketplace, the person who is coming to buy from you would be the one to cover their own delivery cost. So you don't need to list or place the item with your delivery cost on it. Whoever is coming to buy from you needs to come and reach you, and then they determine how much they're going to use to deliver the item that they're buying from you. But the cons of using Facebook Marketplace is the fact that one, there's no brand identity. So if you're trying to get to set up a brand, it's very hard for you to set up a brand using Facebook Marketplace because there are no really any form of regulations on it. Then the other thing about Facebook Marketplace is the fact that there could be a lot of unsafe meetups. So because it's not regulated, so there's possibility for you to get into hands of people who might scam you because there's no really regulations. People go on there and they are not real sellers and they're trying to just scam people. And so you need to be careful if you're a buyer on Facebook Marketplace, and if you're a seller also trying to sell, you could also meet up with people who also have the tendency to scam. The other thing about Facebook Marketplace is that there is no storage. So you cannot have lots of items and then you want to send it to a store where they can store it for you and ship it down to your customers. Everything you do on there is determined by you and your buyer. So once your buyer reaches out to you, then your buyer determines how he or she wants to move the items that they are buying from you. And you as a seller, you also have the opportunity to store it in any place if you want them to be shipping for you. The second platform I'm going to be talking about is Shopify. Now, Shopify is one of the most popular e-commerce platforms that people use in this day and time. The pros of Shopify is that it offers a lot of benefits for its users. So there's a whole lot of services that you can benefit from the Shopify platform when you go on the platform. The other thing is that if you're doing drop shipping, it affords you the opportunity to be able to import lots of products from your supplier into your Shopify store. The other pros of Shopify is that it offers what we call a payment system. So you don't need to bother yourself about incorporating any payment platform on your Shopify store. The other thing about Shopify is that it offers a good security system. So they've got a couple of authentication systems on the Shopify platforms so that people are not able to hack your store or to hack your customers. And the last thing about Shopify is the fact that it is highly scalable. So either as a small business or a big business, there's benefit for you to derive from using the platform. The cons of Shopify. For you to go on Shopify, you need to pay a monthly subscription. For as low as £19, you need to always subscribe to the platform to be able to use it. The other cons is the fact that any extra customizable thing that you need to use always attract extra fees. Then the third con about Shopify is the fact that there is no email hosting. So when you have a store on Shopify platform, you don't have opportunity to have an email attached to your store, which is something that some businesses would like to have. So that's one of the cons of Shopify. However, it's a good platform for you to list your products. The third platform I'm going to be talking about is Etsy. So Etsy is known for selling of handmade goods. So a lot of people, the first platform they think about when they want to sell handmade goods is Etsy. However, it has its own pros and cons. One of the pros of Etsy is the fact that it has a wide market. So over 90 million people go on Etsy, regularly. And so what that affords is that you have a wide number of people who can view your product. The other pros of Etsy is the fact that it has a supportive community. The Etsy community is quite supportive, and so it gives you an opportunity to be able to thrive on there. The third thing about Etsy is the fact that they have what they call seller tools that can help you maximize the platform. So things like star seller status, things like listing manager, things like mobile app, Etsy payment platforms are things that can help you to maximize the platform. However, having its own pros, it also has its own cons. Now, some of the cons of Etsy are the fact that the fees of Etsy, keeps on increasing. I mean, there was a time, a couple of people were protesting that, they always increase their fees from time to time. So this is something that you need to put in mind. The other thing about Etsy is the fact that there's a lot of competition on there. So there are a lot of people who have gone on there to sell their products, and then it makes the competition to be quite stiff. Then the other thing about Etsy is that there might be limitation in terms of branding, because most people, when they buy things on Etsy, they always state things like, I bought it on Etsy rather than I bought it on this store. So in terms of branding, it might not give you that visibility that you need. With eBay, you can sell quite a lot of items, from electronics to books to other smaller items that are used in households. But one of the things about it is the fact that it has a wide audience that you can sell to. So if you're currently considering eBay, the advantage is that it's currently present in over 190 countries. And so there are a lot of people who are going on there to search for products. The other thing about eBay is also it offers what's called a secure platform for you to transact. So once people go on there to put in their card details, they are quite sure that they are dealing with a platform that has its own credibility and security system. Then the other thing about eBay is the fact that it's quite simple to use. So for lots of buyers, they can easily go on the platform to use it. However, having had its own pros, it also has its own cons. One of the cons about eBay is the fact that the fees keep increasing. And also, there are different things you need to pay for. So you have listing charge, upgrade charge, you have final listing charge, and other things that you need to pay for on the platform. And so some people could quite be concerned about this because it impacts on the amount that they will need to charge on the item. Then shipping concerns is also something that people have concerns about, because there are some people who order things from different countries and they need it shipped into their countries. There are some bottlenecks that they experience as they're trying to get their items shipped to them. The last platform I'm going to be talking about is Amazon. This is a popular platform that a lot of people currently use for buying or for either selling as well. So, but it has its own advantage and its own disadvantage as well. One of the advantages of selling on Amazon is the fact that you are opportunity to sell to a large number of people. Over 200 million people visit the site every month. And that means that you have the opportunity to sell to that amount of people when you go on the platform. The other advantage of Amazon is that there's low marketing cost. Because of the vast nature and the amount of people that go on the platform, you don't need to spend any amount to do marketing, because people are constantly going on the platform to search for products. The other advantage is that if you are doing Amazon FBA, things like stock management, inventory management, logistics will be handled for you and you don't need to bother around it. However, it has its own disadvantage. One of the disadvantages of Amazon is the fees and the subscriptions that you need to do monthly. Either you make sales or you don't make sales, you need to continue to pay for the subscription fee every month, and they can range for as low as £25. And the additional cost that will also be added to it depending on the number of items that you sell. The other disadvantage of Amazon is the wide amount of competition that it affords people, because there's a lot of buyers that can go on there to choose different products, because there are a lot of sellers that offer almost similar products and they can choose from different sellers. And so that's something that as a seller, it might not be very good for you. Then the third thing is that it also has a bit of complex, algorithm, in determining how, it pulls people's products up for people to see. So that's something that you also need to consider. However, how do you know the best platform to sell your product? But that will be determined by the platform that pulls the most traffic and can afford the opportunity to be visible in front of your customers. Some of the platforms that I've mentioned, Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, can afford you that opportunity. If this video has been good and quite helpful, kindly like the video and share with as many people that it will be beneficial to. Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. See you next time.